Hello, everyone. Today is Wednesday, October 31st. Happy Halloween. The volatility has been really good to the Autotrader. Yesterday, I had my computer freeze as I was making yesterday's video, and it was a phenomenal day yesterday. Today as well is equally as good, but yesterday was really a great day, but unfortunately I had some issues and I couldn't make the video. So in doing that, I reinstalled NinjaTrader. I did a fresh install, and I also went to Tools Options in my Control panel, Control Center in NinjaTrader, and I reset the database, and that gets rid of all your historical trades. So if you're tracking systems and running a lot of charts, it's a good thing to do that occasionally. Anyway, on my right is the computer clock. You can see the time and the date, and then on my left is the time and sales at 2:53:20. The E-mini S&P trading at 27:31.75. Our first chart. This is a live position on a 5-minute chart here, and we have a new version of the Autotrader, NinjaTrader 7, and we have finally got my moving average filter, which is this line here. And basically, it's that the Autotrader is not going to take the trade with the filter unless the moving average is greater than it was 1 bar ago for a long and less than 1 bar ago for a short. I've always believed this to be an effective filter, so I'm basically testing it and see if it's valid and whether or not we'll keep it in NinjaTrader 8. But anyway, I have it going on this chart here. As you can see, I have the averages filter set to 1, and it's plotting on the chart here. So this is also an open position on the 5-minute chart. It's pulling back to the volatility stop. The way the algorithm works for the Autotrader is based on volatility, and these little hash marks measure the size of the bars, and as price oscillates from high to low, how far price is expected to move. And so if based on the ranges of the bars, so if you have price action that goes beyond this level, you get a close beyond here, then you have a change of direction. And so the Autotrader logic is not trend following, it's a directional system, as this is relative to any time frame. And you can see in all of our charts how accurate the algorithm is, as the Autotrader and our indicators are both very visually pleasing and graphical. It's pretty plain to see. Our charts compared to other competitors are super clean. There's no need for a whole lot of lines and volume inside the bar and all that crazy stuff people do. Simple is good. And you can very simply see on this chart, if you just literally followed blue bars, red bars, if you're trading manually, you'd have tremendous profits in these 3 swings. Anyway, this is an open position. You can see we went long here. We got filled on our limit order just below the close of the bar. Our limit order on this chart is the close of the bar minus 3 ticks. It's not very much for a pullback on a 5-minute chart. We're trading 2 contracts. The goal is 3,500, so we have a closed P&L of 800 on the first contract and open P&L of about 700 on the second contract. And so $800 is about 70 ticks or so in the ES. So some of these trades are quite large, but so slippage or commissions becomes a non-issue, but we don't have slippage because we use a limit order, and also our profit targets are limit orders, and you can see here in both cases that it traded through the bar. Okay, the next chart is the DAX on the Super Anko 8-tick with a 10-tick, a 6-tick higher time frame, and this did 3,500 for the day. The goal on this is 3,500, so this hit its goal with no slippage, and here are the trades here. It didn't hit its goal without a drawdown, though. We had a drawdown of only about 350 per contract, or 700, and then we came back. We obviously didn't get filled on some of these swings, but then we came back, actually drew down a little bit more, about 900, but then we came back with this really nice long and began our climb to reaching our goal. And then another couple of trades back to back, a small loser here, but these two trades back to back brought us up to our $3,500 goal. Okay, the DAX on a 233 Heikin-Ashi chart. Just a reminder, I show different charts, time frames, bar types to demonstrate the versatility of the auto trader, that it's not reliant on a particular market or time frame to do its thing. It's versatile and robust over a broad range of markets and conditions. We started off with a loser and drew down $1,000 or $1,100, about $550 per contract, but then came back with 3 winners in a row and brought it up to $2,487. I'm guessing the goal on this is $2,500, $2,550. So we do enter a market order when we hit our goal, and so we probably had a little slippage on the end here, but this definitely hit its goal. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 6-tick. This is trading 3 contracts, so this drew down about $1,100 or about $350 or just under $400 a contract. And what's interesting here is that the auto trader was able to absorb 4 losers in a row without getting stopped out to its loss limit, and then came back with 4 out of 6 trades being winners. And you can see on this chart, this is exactly what you want. The losers are much smaller than the winners here. So we had actually, 4 out of 6 trades were winners here, and the losers were small. And so this group of trades here ending at about 11 a.m., so within an hour and a half of trading, it hit its goal at 2450. Okay, the DAX on the Super Renko 6-tick was quite active today, as you can see, all the trades here, so it was up and down all over the place. But early on, it made an equity high of about $1,000 and then drew down several times and made new equity highs here of about $1,300, and then finally up to its goal. This all took place in about 3.5 hours of trading. So a closer look at the last group of trades that brought us up to our goal here. Looks like we had 4 winners in a row, or 5 winners in a row here. Still the ability to absorb some losing trades on this, and then our goal on this is 2240. So our market order at the end, we had probably some slippage. Okay, great day on the E-mini S&P on a 30-minute chart. This hit its goal of $1,500 or $1,550 perhaps, $1,550. I put it up an extra point or a couple of ticks so that the P&L closes above 1,500, and that's what it did here. So we had 1 tick of slippage with our market order. Our short first profit target looks a little small for a 30-minute chart, so I should probably change that here. I only have it 20 ticks, and it should probably be more like 40 or 50 ticks. 40 ticks would be 10 points. So that should probably be changed and would give this a little better, maybe make it a little more robust. But it's these kinds of little observations that you notice over time when you get a trade of this size and your first target is relatively small compared to the rest of the move. Okay, the DAX on a 377 Heikin-Ashi chart drew down less than $200, less than 100 per contract, and this is what you want here. You want a chart that doesn't have a whole lot of trades. This has 3 or 4 trades on it, and I also don't have a really high goal, considering for the DAX it's 1,550 with a 1,000 loss limit. So this hit its goal with no slippage, and really nice trading here. Okay, the auto trader is unique in that it effectively trades a line break chart, and a line break chart will eliminate a lot of noise. The dots here are the line break signal. We get a close above this level for a long, and this did 1262 for the day. Our goal is 1300, so we probably had some slippage, but pretty nice trading here. Looks like we had 3 winners and a small loser here, and maybe a small loser here. You can't see it so much, it's on the bar, but anyway, this hit its goal and very nice trading here. Okay, another chart that's been quite consistent for us is the E-mini S&P on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart, and this is using our line break logic on a Heikin-Ashi chart. And this had 2 winners and 1 loser and did 1200 for the day. Our goal on this is 1300, so I'm guessing we had $100 slippage with our market order hitting our goal. But pretty nice signals here. I have it set in such a way to contain these swings, but anyway, these are definitely tradable signals. They're not at the exact high or low, but they're still quite good. Okay, the crude oil on a Superenco 8 tick using our line break logic did 1150 for the day. Our goal on this is 1020, so this had really great positive slippage. If I tighten the chart, you can see the equity curve here. We made an equity high early on of about 700, and then we drew down about 500, but then we recovered with these 3 winners right here. These 3 winning trades brought us up to our goal. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a regular Renko chart. This one's trading 3 contracts, and we have a goal of 1325. So we probably hit our goal and had some slippage at the end, but very nice trading here. 2 winners and 1 loser. You can see the equity curve, how our loser dragged us down, but then we made it back here. And this is using a higher time frame filter of a Superenco 6 tick. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Superenco 4 tick did 975. The goal on this is 1,000. This is just a limit order with a 1 tick pullback, and this one is trading 2 contracts, as you can see here. So 1,000 on 2 contracts. We're looking at 500 per contract. If I make the bars open, high, low, close bars, you can see the trades a little clearly, and you can see that we were able to absorb some small losers, but our winners are a little better here. So, well, much better actually, enough to bring us to our goal. Okay, another line break chart here on the DAX, a 34 tick line break, and this did 987.50 on a couple of trades here, and the goal on this is 1,000. I have a relatively short goal on this, trading 2 contracts, so this hit its goal with 1 tick of slippage. The NASDAQ on a 987 tick chart started off with a loser and drew down about almost $700, and then recovered on this trade to about 825, it looks like. No, it actually recovered as high as 1,000 and then settled at 825 with this small loser here. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Superenco 4 tick with a 725 goal, trading 2 contracts, limit order with a 1 tick pullback, and only 3 points as the first profit target. So a very conservative setup, so to speak. This hit its goal, obviously had some slippage on the end, ended up with 700. And if I scrunch up the equity curve, it had some losers, but it didn't get stopped out. It only drew down about maybe 150 per contract, and then came back and hit its goal with a couple of nice trades here. This is also using our line break logic. You have 2 algorithms in the Autotrader to choose from. In NinjaTrader 8, there may be a 3rd. Okay, the NASDAQ 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart has been really consistently closing in the green, and kind of noticed on this that it usually has an equity high early on. In this case, it was over $1,000 right here, and then it drew down with a couple of losers, not below 0, and then came back up to about 1,000 and then settled in at 395. It looks like, based on this exit here, I could probably improve the money management perhaps. Anyway, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching today.